Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole. If you are new, if you are a regular, welcome back. It has been a while. Sorry about that. Life's just been a little busy, but I wanted to give you guys a update on my garden. I actually had a totally different intro than this, but I am currently editing and I looked back at my intro and I said, no, I'm not posting that. So here we are making a new intro, different day, but doesn't matter. It's better than what I had. But in this video, yes, it's just an update on my garden. And I also took a trip to a local nursery, like plant nursery that I have never been to before. So I was really excited to find this location. It's very large. It has a plethora of plants, but then other things that are non-plant related. So I got a little garden decor. I don't really like a lot of garden decor, but I found two things that I kind of liked. And I mainly went there because I was looking for some fertilizer because my plants desperately needed it. We had, before July, we had a few days of just rain. And unfortunately, my plants kind of got drowned out, I realized, and they weren't getting enough sun, especially my full sun vegetable plants. They were actually really suffering. I still feel like to this day, sorry, it's July 5th. I still feel like to this day, they're still trying to recuperate, but I'm starting to see better life in them. So that's great. I'm just going to keep fertilizing every other week in hopes that they will get the nutrients back that they lost from June. But anyways, yeah, let me take you along this little journey and update you guys on what is happening in the garden. First of all, look at this giant wind chime. That thing is huge, but very cute entryway. Look at that giant crystal too. They have a good mix of organic fertilizers. I may try this one, but I know this one's at Home Depot, but I think I'm gonna try the true organic tomato and vegetable food. And this one will cost me $15.95. This is so cute. Got all their hats. But this place is huge. Essential oils. It's a lot of cute things. But then look at all the garden decor. This is the place, man. So they actually have a large fairy garden selection. This is like literally like nothing compared to like what's behind me. But how cute this is. And it'd be so cute to pair that with like a little house or even like this. It's the next day. Yesterday was too hot for me to really do anything in the yard, so today's the day. It's about 78 degrees outside, so I decided it's a good time to fertilize, especially because now the chances of the fertilizer burning my plants is a little lower. It's going to be overcast today and tomorrow, so but I'd like to get as much done as I can. I also want to show you one more thing I got. So I'm not really big on garden art, I think that's what you call it. And if I am, I'm very particular. But I did get 2 pieces of garden art. So I got just a simple butterfly that I'm probably gonna put in the front yard. Just a little butterfly. And then this one I'm gonna keep back here because this is Arthur's yard. It's just a little dog with a little bell. And I just thought that was really cute. Looks like him, even the little ears that are sticking out. So this will stay back here. But yes, I'm just gonna get started on fertilizing, and as I go about that, I will show you what is growing around the yard. So don't mind the yard. We are currently still working on it. So everything is a work in progress, but anytime you are fertilizing, every fertilizer is different. Make sure you read the directions. Also, if you have any pets, I would suggest putting them inside, or if they are outdoor pets, if there's any way you could put them in the garage, put them in the garage for now as you're doing this, because this is very toxic stuff. Even though it's organic, it's still not good for the pets. As you can maybe hear, Arthur is very upset with me that I put him inside. So he's hitting the door. So if you hear that, that's what that is. So looking at my garden so far, I don't really feel like I need to fertilize this area. This area is actually doing really well. This is my Italian parsley, and it's thriving. It's doing just fine. My chives are doing okay. They're fairly new, but they're doing good. My cilantro, which I need to pinch this off. All you have to do is pinch this off. You don't need to like cut it, but getting rid of the buds. But yeah, my cilantro is doing well. I did have to cut some off for a meal that I did, which is why it's looking a little skimpy right now, but I feel fairly confident that it's gonna bounce back fairly soon. My pea plant is doing fine as well. As you can see, I got some snow peas hidden inside there. My peas are on these sides, so hopefully I'll get something. If not, it's okay. I actually gravitate more to sweet peas than regular peas, so it wouldn't be a huge loss if it didn't really work out. But yeah, snow peas are thriving here, and I'm not the only one. I have other friends who garden and theirs are taking off as well, so that's a huge success. My lettuce is doing good. I actually really need to harvest this. The heat really kind of took a toll on it, but I really need to cut some of this off. And then my green onions are doing good. They're slowly getting bigger. And then I do have some dill slowly growing through here, which is nice because I wasn't having much success with my dill seeds. So hopefully those will actually grow. I keep also trying to find more like dill plants at the nurseries, and I've had zero luck. It's like they were definitely all bought out right in the early spring. And those got baked in the sun. I was so sad. These were gonna be, I believe, green beans, but I had someone here and they moved it too close to the sun while I was gone at work, and when I came back, they were fried. So that will be something I do probably next year, not this year. I didn't want to start over. And then here's just, I think I'm going to fertilize these. These were poppies and flowers, and they're just taking a while, so I think they need a little boost of energy. Same with down here. And here is my zucchini plant, and you can see just right here, I'm starting to get some. So that's very exciting. Look at all the squash blossoms too that I got. So hopefully that will be an abundance of zucchini soon. And here are my little tomatoes. I was really grateful that they actually did okay after that terrible season of a lot of rain. So I'm gonna harvest these 3 because they look about done. And I believe I have another baby, coming in right here. So it's doing okay. It survived, which is good. And my marigolds are still growing. I don't even think they serve a purpose anymore, but I am gonna fertilize my tomato plants today. Definitely gonna fertilize my pepper plants. They look a little sad. So, and then this one, I have a little bell pepper finally popping through right there. If you can see it right there. And then my mint, my butternut squash is doing great over there. I haven't received any big tomatoes on that plant, so I'm hoping if I fertilize, it will start growing some. That plant also got pretty stressed out from the amount of water it got when we were getting a lot of rain. Finally, I'm receiving a flower on my strawberry plant. I kept getting squirrels eating them off, so cross my fingers they don't get a hold of this one and I can actually get a strawberry again. I moved my plant because I had them originally over there by the fence line over there, and they like to, you know, run across the fences. So I figured, okay, maybe if I move them, they'll leave this alone because they don't come this way at all. And then there's my rosemary and my thyme. So this is my little garden when it comes to edibles. I'm hoping once I fertilize, it'll kind of boost them a little bit. I feel like they're moving a little slow. I also started late though, and I did a lot of these by seed. I learned my lesson now. I think if I feel like I'm going to start late on my garden, just buy the plants instead. I really feel like I'm behind compared to other people's gardens because I started from seed. So I'm curious how much I'm actually going to get out of all this. Either way though, it's fun. I love taking care of my little plants. So when you're fertilizing, you want to kind of massage it into the dirt. That's why I'm wearing at least a glove. But you also want to keep the fertilizer away from the crown of the plant. So the crown of the plant is where the stem and the roots meet. So you kind of want to work the fertilizer around that without actually touching it, because that can be too much. It also usually asks for like a tablespoon. So it's kind of funny, we found this outside and now it's going to be my designated gardening tablespoon because I really don't think we should use this. It's been out here for a long time. We found it in one of the pots. I think it was from a roommate or something, but yeah. It's staying out here. So I'm just gonna take it. It requires 1 tablespoon because I have mine in pots. So like I said, follow the directions. Everything is different. And usually when your plants are in pots, it requires less fertilizer, obviously. And I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle it around my plant, but I'm gonna go in with my hands and kind of massage it in. And you only need to have it in the surface of your plant. Doesn't need to be super deep in the soil. I'm going to go ahead and move forward and fertilize the rest of my plants. After you've applied the fertilizer, you just need to make sure you water thoroughly all your plants. That way it allows the fertilizer to really seep into the soil so your plants can drink up all that lovely nutrients. There we go. And this is the kind of garden art I tend to like, where it just kind of blends in. So it looks like it was always meant to be there. Well guys, that is it in regards to the garden. So I'll update you again as things start to progress. I'm really hoping the fertilizer will boost its growth a little bit more, but hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. I will of course be sharing more content. I think I'm going to be also mixing things up a bit. I have a little bit of an idea of what I'd like to do next. It might involve more gardening, more cooking, and of course always house decorating, but definitely more cooking. I like to add more cooking to my channel. But anyways guys, have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next time.